With the buff to the current characters, it's time to answer the question, who is the best character to use in Borderlands 3? And we're going to try to answer that today. This is LaserBoard, and welcome to today's video, guys. Today, we're going to be talking about who the best character is right now in Borderlands 3. But I have a question for you guys. Who do you think is the best character to use currently right now in the game? Let me know in the comment section down below. So I know a lot of us will have special attachments to the character we started off with. A lot of people started off with FLAK. A lot of people started off with AMARA. And to you, in your back of your mind, you might say these are the best characters. But I want us to take a little bit of a step back and see the landscape of what we have now. We got a couple buffs to certain characters, and these anointments make these characters even more powerful. Some characters got a bit of a nerf throughout the release of the game, and some characters just kind of fell off a little bit. So we're going to be talking about, as of right now, who is the best character to use in Borderlands 3. Now, the reason we're breaking this down is because we want to know what character is going to make your life easier when playing Borderlands. It's really not going to boil down to who has the best ability. It's just going to boil down to who is the best character for you completing everything from Mayhem 1, 2, 3, 4, Maliwang Raid, the new DLC that's coming out. As of right now, who is that character? So let's start off with the first character that I'm pretty sure the majority of, I would say like about a good 60% of the community when Borderlands 3 came out picked, which is my boy FLAK. Now, FLAK in the early stages of the game was in a really good zone. He was actually one of the best, if not the best characters to use due to the fact that he had a lot of crit damage. He outputted a lot of power. He was tanky. He was really good character. But as we progressed, I guess Gearbox really didn't like how much people or how many people were using FLAK, and they went ahead and nerfed him just a tad bit. I'm not saying the FLAK is not playable or the FLAK is not a good character. All I'm saying is that due to the little nerf that they took, it kind of took him away from the top dog or being the best character in the game. Then next up came AMARA, because when FLAK fell off, everybody started playing AMARA because AMARA is extremely amazing. She's really good when it comes to elementals and chaining people and grasping. And a lot of people learned that they were able to get the anointments off of faking their face grabs or faking their ability to get that extra additional damage, and everybody started using AMARA. AMARA became almost everybody's main, and that 60% that people that were playing FLAK fell off to like 20, and more people kind of diverted more to playing AMARA. Now, in the contrary, we had MOZE and ZANE over there in the corner scratching their heads wondering, like, why is no one playing me, right? Like, I need some love too. Even though MOZE got a little bit more love, the person that got the least amount of love was my boy Sane. Like, he was in the corner crying over there being like, why is no one playing with me? It's only like 2% of the community plays with me. And, I mean, I have some good abilities too. So it was pretty interesting to see how Borderlands landscape, kind of moved along the way. And later on, we started figuring out that, MOZE was actually pretty powerful with her splash damage, being able to do a couple things that other characters weren't able to do. And we started utilizing her even more. And when new weapons came out, new class mods came out, it made MOZE like almost top tier as well with AMARA. So AMARA and MOZE were kind of fighting it out. Like, let's see, girl fight. Let's see who's going to be the top winner, who's going to end up top. But AMARA always kind of kept that throne of being the best Borderlands character to use due to the fact that she was able to do every single content. She was able to be resistant to any damage, and she was able to output anything that, she was able to do a lot of damage and take a lot of damage as well. So she was top tier until we got to MOZE, and she got a glitch, or we found a bug that made her unkillable. And not only did it make her unkillable, but it gave her unlimited damage. And with this, we came to the conclusion that MOZE got the whole God mode build. Now, the God mode build allowed you guys to go around the entire Borderlands universe and wreak havoc on anything that came your way. Everything was laughable. You had a unlimited fire rate, unlimited damage. It was just crazy, guys. But with the hype of the God mode build for MOZE, it came time to actually patch her. And when this time got patched, we got the introduction to brand new class mods again. And now comes the introduction of Sane. Sane actually came out of nowhere. He came out of left field. A lot of people were using it. Not gonna lie, me personally, on my first playthrough, I played as Sane. But he was in a really bad state. Now, I'm not saying like in a bad state like he wasn't playable, but in a bad state as everybody was doing a lot of damage. And Sane was over there saying, you know, I wish that I could be like the cool kids. And he actually became a cool kid now because after the class mod Seeing Dead came out, and with the brand new buff, while Sentinel is active, gain 100% crowd damage, Sane has come and taken the throne of being the best Borderlands character to use as of right now. The reason why I say this are many reasons. Number one, he is unkillable. He's pretty much always on his barrier. You could not shoot his barrier out. So since you can't shoot him, he's unkillable. Number two, he's able to have his Sentinel out every single time. So that means that you'll be able to be outputting 100% cryo damage every single time that your Sentinel's out, which is almost indefinitely. If you guys check out my Electro Sane build, you guys will have your barrier and, of course, your Sentinel active at every single time. In addition to that, guys, he is the best character to use cryo damage with. And cryo damage is one of the best elemental damages to use in the game. It does damage to almost every single character except one. And in addition to that, the weapons that are currently right now the meta, which are SMGs, do a ton of damage with Sane. So overall, in general, guys, all the characters are in a pretty decent state. I would say people who probably need a little bit more of a buff is definitely FLAK. His survivability is kind of out the window just a tad bit, and his pet is not doing a lot of damage. MOZE, she got a little bit of a buff with her Iron Bear. Still got to test a couple things out, but she is still lacking a little bit more oomph. Now, AMARA, on the other hand, AMARA's still pretty solid, but I don't think she could compete with Sane. I don't think she could take the bullets. I don't think she could dish out the power. Yes, she can, but survivability, it's going to be lacking just a tad bit with AMARA. You'll be able to do every single content with Sane without taking any damage, or maybe even without even going down, due to the fact that your barrier and your Sentinel will be active every single time. But now I want to know from you guys, who do you think is the best character and why? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you agree with me, let me know. And if you disagree, also let me know in a very civil manner. Thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you guys on the next video.